tighten this down on here. I think that's all we need to do, right?
Yeah, we've looked at the internet and they say this is how you do it, so I'll keep filming just in case something fun happens.
We should check the internet again. All right, so before we get started today, I got a couple packages here that I want to open up and show you guys. So let's start with that. All right, so this one is from Treadstone Performance, and this is going to be the oil feed and oil drain for the turbo. So basically this comes with everything you need to feed oil to the turbo and to drain it to the oil pan. So this line would run from the oil pressure sensor, and it would run up and around to the turbo. We got this line, which goes under the turbo to the oil pan, and everything else in here is all the fittings you need to do that. So we got all the AN fittings in here. There's also some bungs. Got all kinds of stuff that we need to do that. There should be a T in here as well. Yeah, right here. So this T would go into where the oil pressure sensor would go. And then basically the oil pressure sensor then plugs into this, and then you would tee off, and then the oil feed would come off of here. So yeah, everything we need is in there. Treadstone was only offering, I think it was a 24-inch line when I went onto their site, but I messaged them and asked them if they had any other sizes available because I needed at least 40 inches. And they offered me this 48-inch line for the same price. So that was very good of them to do that. Shout out to Treadstone. I can't wait to get this mocked up. All right, and this one is going to be the oil catch can. Now this one is off of eBay, and it basically just uses the same design as most companies use. So it's a fairly universal design, and I figured going the eBay route wouldn't be a bad idea for this, just because it's such a simple system, you can't really screw it up. So this is the catch can that I'll be using. It's a 750 mil, so that should be just fine for what I'm doing. I got the black one, and it was actually very hard to find a kit that came with everything, and I wanted all black fittings and hoses. So I got the black hose in this one with the braided nylon over it, so it looks really clean. And then it also comes with all the black fittings that you need, all the AN fittings that you need to hook this up. So I was very specific because I needed the -10 AN fittings for my valve cover, and I also wanted them in black. So it was very tough to find something that met all my requirements. Most of the stuff I found online either came with like a red anodized or blue anodized, and that's not the look I'm going for. I want everything blacked out. So I found what I needed. This was the kit that had it all. This also has the filter up in here. So that should be everything I need to run this catch can. So that is going to be the plan for today, is getting everything routed and get started mocking it up in the engine bay. Hopefully we can get that all figured out. And then by the time we're done today, we should be to the point where we can pull the engine out of the car. All right, so I've been spending a bit of time trying to figure out where I'm going to mount this thing in the engine bay. I had a couple ideas. One of them was to relocate the battery to the trunk somewhere and mount the catch can in here somewhere. But because it's so low profile on the back, it's going to suck it in quite far, and it's actually going to be contacting the firewall. So I don't know if that's even going to work. My other idea before was maybe somewhere in this area, but then I won't be able to drain it because it's already going to be sitting pretty high. I may not even be able to close the hood if I have it lifted up enough, and I'd have to make some kind of custom bracket over here to hold it. So I don't know, I kind of came over to this side, and I will be deleting the brake booster here, so I will have a bit more room in this area. So again, I was going to maybe think about going on the back firewall, but I think it's going to get pretty tight over there, and it's just going to look too full and clustered and unorganized. So my other option, I think, is right in this area, right down here. So I think what I want to start with is getting the valve cover on here, get some of this stuff cleaned up and get some of this wiring routed out of the way. Maybe I'll even start getting the brake booster out of here. Then I'll have a better idea of how much room I'm going to have over here, because I'm kind of thinking of mounting it on the side of the strut tower here. There's actually quite a bit of space there. It's going to be out of the way, and I won't really need to run very long lines to it. It's going to look clean. I'm not going to have lines kind of running all the way over there, all the way over there. It's going to just be a nice short line till here. So I think that may be the best way to go. But yeah, I think I'm going to get to work getting some of this stuff cleaned up, and then I'll have a better idea of where I have room for this thing. All right, guys, it is a new day today, and the weather has finally warmed up, and we're getting back at it in the garage. Tim's here, he's gonna help me out today, so we're gonna see if we can get this catch can finished up. So we left off last time, I was pulling the brake booster out, so I got that all out of the way, and I kind of had a few ideas of where I wanted to mock up the catch can, and I don't know, I kind of just had an idea to mount it here, and to me, I mean, it's practical. The lines would be really short. It would work just fine, but personally, I think it looks really awkward right here.
I think if you were going for a full race car build, that would be the most practical. But because you're wanting to tuck it and get a pretty looking engine bay, it does stick out just a bit. So it would be good to relocate it maybe a little lower and tuck it away a bit.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking I'll probably end up doing, I've already ripped the battery tray out of here. I'll probably end up relocating the battery to the back of the car, and then I'll just try to mount the catch can over here somewhere. Because these tabs are so low profile, it's actually going to hit against the firewall and this lip right here. So we're probably going to have to make up some spacers or something like that to make it stick out a little bit farther, and then it should mount okay. So we're gonna get to work on that, see if we can come up with a few ideas on how we can get that mounted, and then we'll go from there. But at the moment, I think that's gonna be the best place we can mount it. So let's get to it. All right, so we're getting to work on this catch can here. We found this nifty little stud sticking out of the firewall, and it's at a bit of an angle, so we were kind of wondering how that was gonna work. But that's actually going to work out very well for us because we can stick it in an angle like this. This lip actually fits right in between the canister and the filter, so there's no contact there. And then we could actually put our own stud on the firewall on this side, and that's kind of just going to sit like this, and I think that's going to work very well.
It gives us a nice angle for the AN lines to come out and have some room for the connectors to move around and get some flex in the hose, and as well the drain, it's in a good spot. I think that's going to work good, and it looks great. It's tucked away nicely.
Yeah, it's nice and tight up against the firewall, so I like that. It's going to be out of the way, and I don't think any of this stuff is going to be here when I do a fuel tuck, so this is just going to clean up this whole side of it, I think. So yeah, I think we're going to go this route. We're just going to mount it here. I'm going to pop a nut on there, and we're going to see how it actually looks. But yeah, I think we found our spot. All right, guys, so we've been working away at this for a little while now. So we actually got the catch can mocked up on the firewall now. We got one nut on there holding it on. We do have to figure out an idea for getting a stud over here yet, but we just wanted to try out the fittings to make sure that they were gonna line up okay. So I think this is what we're gonna do. We got two 45s coming off the catch can, and they go under the intake pipe. So they're gonna kind of loop underneath, come around this way, to the 290s on the valve cover. And I think this is going to work very nicely. So we can run both lines together coming this way. They'll kind of loop underneath the intake pipe and go straight to these 45s. So it's going to look really clean. All right, so we got our AN line on our AN fitting. Got our 45 here. We've never done this before, so we're just going to let our buck tighten this down on here. I think that's all we need to do, right?
Yeah, we've looked at the internet and they say this is how you do it, so it's got to be right. It'll work the first time.
All right, so we got our 145 angle on here. I think I'm just gonna bolt it up to the catch can. See if we can get our length on here going to the valve cover. We'll cut that and put one of those 90s on here, and then that's one finished.
So we got the hose routed as we're kind of gonna want it. This one here will come into this fitting and it'll go over the second fitting, run around and underneath the intake pipe and then to that fitting. I think that's nice and tidy. Pretty short piece of hose.
Okay, new plan, because I really didn't like the way the line looked when it was looping underneath. There was a lot of extra length there and it just, I don't know, I didn't like it. So I'm running this line up and over the intake pipe now, which doesn't have such a loopy bend to it, and it just comes straight over. I think that's gonna be the best way to do it.
It looks clean.
The lower one, I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, if we're going to route it kind of up and this way and follow this line, or if it's gonna go underneath. Maybe we have one line go over, one line go under. But I at least want to get this line finished, then we can figure out that one later. So we got a couple options there, but let's at least get this one finished first, and then we'll move on.
Looks like a good cut. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're working on our second line now. Got the 45 attached to the line, and actually this is gonna look really nice. When we route these lines, they just go together so nicely. They don't look out of place at all. So I think this is gonna work really well. So we're just getting our length to go to this last 90 here. We'll cut that off, get it all put together, and then I think this setup is finished. I'm pretty excited about that. All right, guys, well, we got that other line made and it's all run and it looks fantastic. I'm very happy with that. So we got both lines coming off of here. They go to the 290s on the valve cover. Looks really clean. Once we have everything mounted and like the new engine in the bay and everything, we'll just use some zip ties or something to clamp these together. And that's just gonna make it look that much cleaner. So the only thing we would have left to do for this catch can is to weld a stud onto the firewall so that we have something to mount this side. I don't want to do any of that until the engine is out of the bay, so we're gonna call it done for now. Everything is mocked up, nothing is gonna move. This is kind of where its final resting place is gonna be. So yeah, we are done with this. So that's about it for the catch can install. We still have a lot of work today. We're actually going to try getting this engine pulled, but
we do not try.
Do or do not. There is no try.
We are getting the engine pulled today. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But we're gonna save that for another video. For this video, we just wanted to focus on the catch can. That is finally done. That's a big step I wanted to get done. So
great.
Very happy with that. So yeah, that concludes this video, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace.